Hi, I'm Ben, one of the developers of the Straple design system, and today we're going to take a look at typography. So looking at the type system that we've developed, we focused on contrast as well as alignment, size, and other variations of those type structures. We've gone with alternative primary and secondary header types so we can combine complementary typefaces. Let's have a look at some of those systems now. So let's look at the type system inside of the Straple design system. We're going to go to our demo folder that we created here. We duplicated the design system folder over. We're going to go in here and we're going to open up our Straple 1.0 demo. It's just a duplication of the framework so that we can use it for this project. We're going to open the demo up. And this is the base framework that floods throughout the entire system. And then we've got these two layers here, typography dark and typography light. So if we look at dark, what you can see here is we have various combinations of how we've structured the type out. We have alignments, left align, center, etc. We have primary headers and secondary headers. We have paragraph and type structures here. We've also included baselines, and the baselines are included inside of the line heights. We've already kind of calculated these out. You can adjust these as per your particular project or your taste. And we've included these extended classes. So in many cases we have H1 references, paragraphs, we have anchors, etc. But you may want to extend those and change those. In some cases a lot of type systems can be quite constrained, and this allows you to just extend those requirements. So we have large, largest, etc. We tried to follow the naming convention that would be familiar throughout. So instead of using specific values, we use more generalized terms so that then that can translate to other scenarios. We have meta information and we have our individual elements. So these kind of exist already in a lot of style guides and design libraries that exist already. The one thing that's not considered, however, in many cases is the contrast of these. So you go in, you create your library, you create your text layers, and then you have a dark background and you want that text to be light. So now you're having to manually create the contrasting version of that. So we've included a duplication of this to include all the light styles as well. So in everything that Straple does, we always create that contrasting version so that you don't have to keep creating and extending it yourself. So how do we update our text styles throughout the entire system? If we go over to our folder and we open our base file over, and this is the initial file that you can start designing with. And in here, we've already included all of the styles imported over from the base framework. So one thing to consider is that Straple is plugin independent. We don't rely on plugins to be able to update anything, or we allow you to kind of customize those as you see fit. The exception to this is text styles. Now, because Sketch doesn't currently share styles across their libraries, we've had to use the text style plugin to be able to kind of import those over. And I'm sure Sketch is going to develop that in the future and that'll be integrated, and then we'll update the Straple framework to accommodate that. But for now, we use the plugin shared text styles. You can get the text style from Neil Shoson's GitHub, or it's already included inside of the Straple design system. But this will allow you to then update your shared text styles. So let's take a look at this. We've got this application that we've designed already. It's a recipe app that we've mocked together using the Rustic Vegan's images. Go check his photography out over on Unsplash, or check out his recipes. If you're vegan, go to therusticvegan.com. Check them out. His photography is amazing, super vibrant and colorful. I think you'll really dig it. So let's take a look at these titles. You may want to change the typeface that we're using inside these cards and inside this application. If we go over to our Straple demo and we go over here and we look at our secondary headers, all we have to do is drag and select everything we want to change. We've locked the layers of the meta information, providing you with what the line height is, what the size, and what the tag could be. All you have to do then is just drag over and then change this. So let's choose a font. We can use Skirt 1, which is a free font over on Google Fonts. And all we have to do is hit refresh now. And then that has now updated all of the text styles for the secondary headers. We can save our base file now and then go over to plugins, shared styles, export text styles. Then all we do, then just save this out inside our demo folder. Click save, replace, and there we go. We can also look at the card that uses the type style. We can see that that's been updated there. Let's take over to our base file, and then we're going to go to shared text styles, import text style, and then here text style. Choose that. And now you can see that the titles have all been updated, with the exception of the card here. Now, that's because this is actually a symbol component inside of the Straple demo. You can take a look at the website on how we create custom components for the Straple design system and check that out on our website. You'll notice that over in the right-hand side, there is a new library update. So if we click that, you'll see that now the card recipe has been updated. We can update that symbol. And now you can see the text and the title at the top has all been updated. So you can see how relatively simple it is to update the type structures inside of the Straple framework. So let's take a look at adding our new text styles. Let's say we want to change the size of this. If you select this, because we've imported that shared text style, we can click on our styles, and here you can see we have the dark, and we include the button variation. We have large, medium, small, and we've also included every single alignment combination with that as well. So then we can go down to all of our styles, look at the disabled, etc., etc. So let's change our light title, go to secondary, and we're going to say that that's left aligned. And there we've changed the left alignment if we want to. We're going to leave that as the H1 and keep that left aligned. So that's it. That's updating text styles inside of the Straple design system.